I hope you're having an awesome day. Today I have a demo of an awesome new product. Awesome! Alright, I'm back to talking normally. So today I have a demo of this product here. This is the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint. And this is essentially a tinted moisturizer, but it's matte, which is crazy. It has SPF 15. And I've already tried it, so this isn't like a first impressions type of thing. Right off the bat, I want to mention that this product does contain silicones, and if you've seen some of my videos in the past, you might know that I'm not a huge fan of silicones. However, I've been getting along pretty well with this. I'm going to be wearing it with my Chanel Base Lumiere. This is an illuminating makeup base. It's kind of like a moisturizer, and I'm just going to be wearing a little bit of this. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but for yourselves rather, but when I wear products with silicones in it, they kind of just sit on top of my skin, so I always try to apply some base beforehand to make sure to give it like, just have it blend better. Now you can apply this product a few ways. You can apply it with a brush like this. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I think that this is a really great product to use to buff in this foundation. And you can also use a sponge. This is the Real Techniques sponge. It's very equivalent to the Beauty Blender. It has the same texture when it's damp. And I actually recently discovered that my cat chewed up my Beauty Blender. So upsetting. But anyway, this sponge is just as good. It has a little bit less give than the Beauty Blender does. This is a little bit softer, but I find that it does the job just as well and gives you the same finish. You can also apply this using your fingertips. However, I don't really like to do that. Usually I'm all for using my fingers to apply my foundations. I think it does a great job. But this has a thick consistency. The Jouer Matte Moisture Tint comes in this beautiful packaging, matte, but of course your fingerprints stay all over it. I don't really care. This has 1.7 ounces of product, and it retails for, I believe, $38. Now, most foundations have an ounce of product in them, so when you get something like this and it's 1.7 ounces, you're getting much more for your money. So although it's $38, it's more like you're paying around $20 per ounce. And I think that's pretty great cost for the quality. This is not comparable to any other tinted moisturizer I've ever tried. I've tried the NARS tinted moisturizer, the Tarte tinted moisturizer, but they're very different. Because those are actually like a moisturizer with a slight tint to it, and they do very little in terms of coverage. It's just more evening out, which is still great, but the texture reminds me quite a lot of the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. So it comes out fairly thick, and I only take about that much product. I'm using it right now in the shade Linen. Right now I'm a little bit darker than this shade, but I purchased Linen because I figure I can always, use a little bit of bronzer, but I don't want to end up purchasing a darker shade, which I'll only use for the next month or so. So I take about this much product, and with my fingertips I'll just apply it. Sorry if I'm looking here, I've got a mirror. I'll just apply it, focusing it on the center areas of my face. I usually don't like to go out on the perimeter of my face just because I don't really care to have extra coverage there, so I'll just use whatever's left over. Now, if you use something like this, you're going to get a more buffed in, more airbrush looking finish, whereas this is going to give you a more natural finish. I actually like using them together, so I'm going to start off using the buffing brush. And you guys may have noticed, but I'm very red around my eyebrows right now. I've just gotten them threaded a few days ago, and my skin is super sensitive, so I always get very red after having them done. But the foundation, or rather this tinted moisturizer, does a pretty good job of covering that up. So that's the tiny bit of the foundation applied. Usually with any other foundation I own, I would use probably twice that much product, but I find that this blends and smooths so wonderfully over your skin. You don't need to use a lot. I feel like because it has silicones in it, it smooths over your skin, whereas a moisturizer would sink into your skin. So you can see that it just smooths over the skin. It makes it look very flawless, but still fairly natural. I always like to just take the beauty blender and kind of just push the product in a little bit toward at the end, just to make sure that everything is blended out evenly. And right now, since I haven't reapplied my self tanner yet, I think the color is a really good match. I love the texture. I think it looks beautiful on the skin, and it's so easy to apply. I mean, just using this, you can buff it in so quickly, and it gives you such a beautiful finish. You don't really need to do anything else. So there's my look complete. I haven't set the moisturizer with any powder or anything. I'm just going to leave it as is. It has a pretty dry texture anyway, so I don't feel like I need to set it. I might touch it up with a little bit of my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused, but as of now, I think I'm just going to leave it. I went for a very effortless look. I am wearing my Tarte. This is their gel cheek stain, and I have it in the shade Tipsy, I believe. It's so old and rubbed off, but this product is amazing. I think they've reformulated them a little bit. They look smaller now but contain the same amount of product. These are great, will last you a long time, and they give you a really natural look. They are kind of a little bit sticky to the touch, but I don't mind at all. I use my Real Technique stippling brush to use this product, and I'll just pop it on the top of my cheekbones and blend it down a little bit towards the apples of my cheeks, and I think it gives you a really natural glow. I've also ran a little bit of the Anastasia brow gel in, I think, light brown, I want to say, in brunette, through my brows just to keep them in place. And I've used a little bit of my Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage Concealer in SC2, and I've just used the yellow shade with a MAC 217 blending brush under my eyes just to cover any darkness. Curled my lashes, nothing applied to them, just curled, and that's what I'm going to go for today. So I hope you guys like this. Check out my blog for a further, more detailed review on this product, which I've been loving so far. And yeah, let me know what you think of it, what you think of any of the other products. If you're interested in seeing any reviews, let me know any of that stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!